If you're thinking about grabbing the Endgame Gear XM2w wireless mouse for your next gaming setup, stick around because I'm about to reveal some surprising truths that might just change your mind or confirm your choice. This mouse boasts a blazing fast 4000 Hz polling rate and claims to be the fastest wireless mouse on the planet. But here's what surprised me. Despite all this hype, there are some glaring problems that could throw a wrench in your gaming performance. So before you hit that buy button, I'm going to break down everything you need to know and give you the honest lowdown. At first glance, the Endgame Gear XM2w seems like an absolute beast, built for ultra-fast responsiveness with a PixArt 3395 sensor offering up to 26,000 CPI and 650 IPS tracking speed, combined with the Kyle GX mechanical switches designed exclusively for Endgame Gear. On paper, it's practically designed for hardcore esports players who crave precision. But the reality isn't always that simple, and here's why you can't just trust specs alone. Now, if you're a competitive gamer who demands split-second reaction times without a trace of lag, especially in wireless technology, then this mouse might be on your radar. Lightweight at just 62 grams, it promises to reduce fatigue during those marathon sessions. Plus, it features customizable skates, allowing you to tailor glide to your exact preference, whether you play on cloth, hard, or hybrid surfaces. Sounds perfect, right? Well, hold that thought. Let me share a story. I was super hyped to test this mouse because I love lightweight gear, and you know I'm always chasing that no-delay magic. I took it straight from the unboxing to a session of my all-time favorite shooter, confident it'd blast past my previous gear. Turns out, it wasn't quite the upgrade I hoped for. While the ultra-fast polling rate and GX switches delivered on click speed and crisp feedback, I noticed inconsistencies in tracking smoothness, and that's where things got murky. I began to wonder, how can a mouse with your top hardware still have these holdbacks? Here's a mini promise. Keep watching because I'm going to explain the top 3 hidden issues that users aren't talking about up front, and how those problems might affect your gameplay or daily use, plus how you can work around some of them. First up, let's talk connectivity. The wireless polling rate of 4000 Hz is, without a doubt, revolutionary. Most wireless mice top out at 1000 Hz or sometimes 2000 Hz if you're lucky. But with such an insanely high polling rate, you'd expect flawless, instant tracking, right? However, many users, including myself, experienced occasional signal drops or micro stutters when moving quickly, especially on non-ideal surfaces. It's like having a sports car that sometimes misses a gear shift, frustrating when milliseconds matter. The culprit. The wireless transmission protocol is still relatively new territory, and despite Endgame Gear's claims, real-life conditions introduce interference and instability that no spec sheet can cover. To be fair, this isn't unique to the XM2w. Top-tier wireless tech is always wrestling with the laws of physics. But it's crucial to ask, are you going to be gaming around Wi-Fi routers, Bluetooth devices, or crowded environments? Because if yes, those connectivity quirks might become your nemesis. Now, here's a joke. Why don't competitive gamers ever get lost? Because their mouse always finds the pointer. Unfortunately, sometimes the XM2w needs a little help finding its connection, which can turn that joke into a sad reality. Moving on to another problem, the Kyle GX switches. These mechanical switches are supposed to be a game changer, exclusive to Endgame Gear, promising a sharp, responsive click feel with the fastest wireless latency possible. Don't get me wrong, they feel phenomenal and have impressive durability. But, and this is a big but, as with any mechanical switch, they have a distinct audible click that some might find distracting in quiet environments or streaming setups. If you're someone who prefers a stealthy, silent click for late-night gaming sessions without waking the whole house up, these switches might not be your ideal choice. Adding to that, the activation force is a bit stiffer compared to typical mouse buttons, which might cause finger fatigue over extended periods for those used to softer buttons. So a little heads up if you've got dainty gamer fingers. Okay, time for another quick twist. You might expect such a lightweight mouse to skimp on battery life. But surprisingly, the XM2w packs a solid endurance, lasting around 60 hours on a single charge in standard mode. However, if you crank up the CPI sensitivity or use it on max polling rate consistently, the battery drains faster, cutting your gaming marathon short. Charging is via USB-C, which thankfully is quick, but the mouse is not wireless charging compatible, a missed chance to add convenience in 2024. So, who exactly is the Endgame Gear XM2w for? If you're a competitive gamer or esports enthusiast chasing ultimate speed and precision, and you don't mind dealing with a few quirks, this mouse might be up your alley. Also, if you love customization and fine-tuning your glide with those hybrid customizable skates, you'll appreciate the flexibility it offers. However, casual gamers or streamers looking for plug-and-play wireless comfort might find better alternatives that focus more on stability and ergonomics. By the way, here's a little gaming joke to lighten things up. What do you call a mouse that can sing? A mousician. Sadly, the XM2w isn't singing praises for comfort as much as it is for speed. It's built for pros, not necessarily for wide appeal. Now, let's address one of the most overlooked issues: hand fit and ergonomics. The XM2w features a symmetrical design aimed at catering to a wide variety of grip styles, including claw, fingertip, and palm grips. That sounds ideal until you realize the size is slightly smaller than the original XM2, which might not sit perfectly in larger hands. Some users have reported cramping after extended use, especially if they hold the mouse tightly or use palm grips. The ultra-lightweight design, while great for quick twitch movements, might feel insubstantial or too minimal for those who like a more substantial command center in their palm. So what's the final verdict after peeling back all the layers? Yes, the Endgame Gear XM2w is an impressive feat in wireless gaming tech. It offers mind-blowing click latency, a top-tier sensor, and customization that many mice can't touch. But it's not without its quirks. Inconsistent wireless performance in crowded environments, switch click noise and stiffness, battery life fluctuations under hardcore use, and a fit that might not suit every hand size. And here comes the good news. If you're a serious gamer who prioritizes performance and can handle these minor compromises, this mouse might just be worth the $49.99 price tag. It's competitively priced considering the technology on offer, and the 4.4-star Amazon rating reflects that most users find the balance acceptable for the gains they get. If you're still on the fence, think of it this way. No piece of gear is perfect, but some are more about maximizing wins than comfort. If you need lightning-fast response with the freedom of wireless, the XM2w nails that. Plus, the customizable skates let you adjust glide friction to suit your play style, an underrated plus for those who switch games frequently. Before I forget, did you hear about the mouse that got arrested for clicking too fast? Yeah, it was charged with double clicking. Fortunately, the XM2w keeps you on the right side of the law with its precise one-click control. In closing, if you want the best price on the Endgame Gear XM2w, check the link in the description below. Amazon prices change rapidly, so don't wait too long. Grab it when it's at its best deal because, for less than $50, you're getting a high-performance mouse that challenges wired standards. Just remember to consider your specific needs, hand size, and whether you can live with the few quirks I pointed out today. Thanks for watching the honest review. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more no-nonsense tech deep dives. Your perfect gaming rig is out there, and sometimes it takes a little digging to separate hype from reality. Happy gaming!